G'day and welcome back. Today we are having a look at Builders of Greece, which has just come out of early access and is now available as a full release. The developers were kind enough to send me a review copy via Keymailer, so let's have a look. So first thing I noticed was the second I booted up the game, achievement for booting up the game. Guys, come on. That's not really challenging. No. Please stop doing that. Alright, so let's jump into the game and have a bit of a look. So I've been a fan of the city building genre since, God, so long ago that I was playing the original Zeus and Empire games. Way back when Sierra was the king of the city builder. So, big shoes for Builders of Greece to step into. Let's have a look at how they're doing. So we've got some scenarios. And New Beginnings, Age of War, and Birth of Democracy. Well, let's have a look at New Beginnings. This is presumably going to be our tutorial.
The island is already visible on the horizon. And after such a long voyage, it is good to finally feel the solid land under your feet. Fertile soils, virgin forests teeming with game, rich deposits of raw materials, and an azure ocean so abundant with fish they almost swim into the nets themselves.
Look at the trees popping in and out.
Not an island, but an untouched paradise.
That draw distance is shocking.
Our new home. Although we have barely set foot on these shores, people desire a vibrant center where ideas can flow and trade can flourish. Let us raise the Agora as the beating heart of our settlement, build the first houses for our people, and connect them with a common road.
Alright, so it's pretty standard city stuff. Okay, the Agora, which is the heart of the polis, apparently. So where does this... Ooh, what's this? Bandit camps? I assume these are some kind of bandit camp. Yeah, they look all bandity. So we can't build up there just yet. So we have to build down here somewhere. So it looks like we've got 3 entrances to the Agora, so... where do we want to stick it then? I guess over here we'll have to do. Okay, roads. Oh, the Agora comes with some meat and fish. Let's see, road. We have a path so far. Okay, we need to connect that. Right. So do I just run the road along here? Yep, presumably. That works. Cool. Right. Now we need to build Theet's cottages. Where's a good spot to arrange these? Do we have a rotate button? Yes, it's on our... Excellent. R for rotate. So... presumably I can just start building. Oh, we do have multiple different building designs. That's awesome. Like that. That was one of the downsides of these super old games. And that should be 5 of those. And they'll be built in progress, so we don't need to send workers individually by the looks of it. They're auto-assigning workers and things. Slowly constructing. There we go. Does look like we might have a cap of builders. Is that up? Ah, yes we do. Up in the top menu. So we have 3 builder squads. We'll call them builder squads. That will do for now. And what we got then? Okay, we got pretty standard menus. Certain levels of citizenry, I guess. Workforce of 30. Of each levels, yeah.
Our small colony needs wood to be able to develop. Let's build woodcutters' huts, set up a sawmill, and transform raw logs into planks that will serve us as building material.
Alright. Just pause down in the background while I have a look at this. Milestones to fund the stage of development of Polis. Achieving subsequent milestones to right access to new buildings and bring new challenges and opportunities. Yep, pretty standard. New needs of the residents, occurrence of disease and increasing risk of them. Faith, new gods and increasing demands of the gods. Stronger armies of opponents. Invitation of great people to Polis. And construction of great buildings. Yeah, all seems pretty standard and sounds good. So what we need to do? Two woodcutters houses and a lumber mill, right. Where will that be hiding? Under production, I guess? Building materials. Yes, woodcutters houses and lumber mills. Excellent. So, what does this signify around it? We haven't been told yet. Why is this going blue? Is that to do with the delivery range? That would be my guess. What are these trees doing as I move around? Are the other sprites... This LOD is not great. It's things that are right in front of our face changing. What was I doing? Woodcutters' houses, yes. I don't know quite what they want with these, so just give them more details. No, it just tells us every stuff we already knew. I guess we'll stick it out here in the woods. Stick it out here in the sticks. And then we'll put down a road and put the lumber mill on the other side of the road. That seems not entirely unreasonable to me. I wonder if this game has some kind of beauty mechanic. Green means it's connected by road, and red, I assume, means it's too far to walk. That would be my guess anyway. I'll unpause it and we'll watch our construction guys get on with it. Yeah, here we go. They are going to get on with it, aren't they? Guys? Apparently they've not spawned in, but they are working. That's helpful. Alright, those are all built now. And now we will get to watch our woodcutters get on with things. This guy is either walking weird or carrying something invisible. Apparently we are growing trees in the woodcutter's yard. 3 piles of logs. Someone's chopping down a tree now. These guys over here, huh? And this has used up 15 of our workforce, apparently. Because we had 30 before, if I remember rightly. Oh, good lord. The trees are just growing so quickly. Oh, wow. Look at that as... and just randomly popping in and out of existence. That looks absolutely friggin' ridiculous. It's immersion breaking when things this close to your face just pop in and out. So how's the plank production doing? No logs over there yet. So this guy ran off to the Agora to grab some wood. So it was just walk. So they don't have a different walk animation for the labourers when they're empty. Guys, come on. It's 2025. Why is that growing in the middle of the path? Why are they all growing through the buildings? Guys, come on. That's ridiculous. I assume that's what this hatched area is, where it grows. So they're growing through the other buildings without consideration to the fact that there's a frigging building there. So I assume it's this one that's growing those ones, and this one that's growing those ones, but that's ridiculous. What other buttons? Oh, there is a button to move the location of it. Yes, let's move that down one and we'll reconnect it to the path. I do like that we can move buildings, that's nice. 78%. What is 78%? Is that the efficiency? Is that somehow related to distance? Yep. It's green, so it should be fine. There. Well, 78%. Yeah, okay, yes. Forest is 78%. I assume it's going to grow more forest. This one just only did. All through the buildings. How is the sawmill doing? It has 2 logs, now 1, slowly producing planks. 23 seconds to produce a plank. Thank you, brain. To produce a plank. Yes, words. But you mean things. And now our little labourer here is going to carry them all off to the agora that is popping in something fierce. Oh, for fuck's sake, guys, really? This pop-in is disgusting. So, yes, we'll be back when the planks are done. Alright, we almost have that 6th plank. There we
Let's
go.
ensure full tables and a growing number of residents. Hunting and fishing will provide a stable food supply, and caring for the lowest social class will strengthen satisfaction and attract new settlers. The balance between development and prosperity is the key to success.
Alright, we need to feed people now. We need hunting lodges and fishermen's huts. Nice bit of coast down here for the fishermen. And is there anyone in particular for the hunters to go? Let's have a look. Fishermen first. Should be nice and easy. I don't see any particular fishing grounds, so I assume we can just stick these guys on the water's edge. Like so, just for future-proofing in case we need to build docks or anything later. And now we can run a road down. Yeah. So just click and drag out and it works out the right angles. Good stuff. And that's slowly getting built in. Well, this keeps flashing. I assume this is a clay deposit for making pottery and the like, which was essential to life at this time period. That boat just flew in from somewhere. What's the issue that these guys are having? No storage access. I assume that's because they're too far from the agora. Is that what that means? I assume that's what that means. Yes, they can't quite access it somehow. So, I assume somewhere in one of these buildings is a warehouse. Here we go. Building intended for the storage and distribution of resources increases the amount of resources that can be stored in Polus. That requires 200 drachma, 8 stone, 5 wood. Yes, and now we can see the operational range of that. So, if I stick that there, once that's built, that should take care of the storage access issues those guys are having. And then I assume the warehouse and the agora redistribute somehow. And while they're working on that, hunting lodges. Right. Okay, do these guys generate their own fucking work area too? Guys, come on. Where's a good place for that? This looks like a mining area, so I don't know if I want to put them down there. I might use this for a bit of housing up here. I suppose. Yeah, I'll just place them down over here. In a very similar way to how those guys got placed down. I assume I need to give them the 3 space, or they'll do silly things. Okie dokie. The road. Boop. That should come together. How's our warehouse going? Warehouse is finished, and yes, that's solved that problem nicely. Oh, ooh, is it unified storage? I do like me a unified storage. It does appear to be unified storage. Excellent. So essentially the long-range logistics gets taken care of in the background. That's good. Sometimes that can get a little too micromanaging in some games. So now we need to increase the population, so we're going to need more houses. Righto, easy enough. Yeah, we'll have a main street. Okay, just stretch that road out there, and are these 2 or 3 long? They're 3, which is easy enough. 1, 2, 3, and some roads for them. Right, and that's also shining at me. I assume that's again for mining something. Alright, and our population is, yeah, it's increasing because we've now got more buildings. So they are getting taxed, I assume, at 5 drachmas, needing fish and meat. Oh, they're neutral happiness, but it is rising. So, yeah, they're just lost class citizenry, I guess. And as they move in, the workforce goes up. I assume that different levels of building require different level of education of the workforce, as is standard. How are these buildings going? Not full yet, but we may still need another one. Let's get ahead of the ball game and plop down another one over there. And we will do some road expansion while we wait. And not that one, that one. So 1, 2, 3, and that can go over there. Okay. Shouldn't be too long until we increase the population. Alright, how's the hunting lodge going? That needs forest around it, so it does generate its own forest area, by the looks of it.
The next steps on the road to the greatness
here
of
we
our
go.
polis require solid foundations and even greater creativity. Ensure the extraction of stone and clay.
Oh,
and
they've
then
spelled
breathe
polis
life
as
into them in
Polish.
the
That
ceramic
autocorrect
workshop.
hit it and they
This
didn't
way,
even
we
check.
will create buildings
Guys,
that
stop
are
being
more
so fucking
durable
lazy.
and more beautiful.
So I need to make some ceramics. In greatness of our Polish. I'm sure the Poles appreciate that, but guys, come on. Some basic spell checking wouldn't go astray. Ah, my lord. Right. Build a quarry, build a clay pit, and then get it some ceramics workshops. Right. So production buildings, building materials, yes. Clay pit. That's okay. Yep. So it just needs clay in its work area. All right. Can we sneakily fit a clay pit in somewhere here? Yeah, but we've blocked some sea access. I may need to use that. Okay, yeah, I'll just shove that in there. Right, get me a road to extend that another square. So, and that should, yep, that has connection to that warehouse. Then we need a quarry, and that can go next to, yeah, any of these things over here. Cool. I'll pop it up next to that one, extend the road, another square for that. And then we need a ceramics workshop. Alright. Let's see. That uses some stone as well. So, where's a good spot for a ceramics workshop, you reckon? I'm not seeing anything about beauty, so I'm just going to wang it in right next to the housing and see how much of a problem we can cause later. What are you complaining about? No materials. What? You're producing the materials. How can there be no materials? You're literally producing stone. What the f... I thought this was supposed to be out of early access. Why the fuck is it showing me no materials? Why is it showing me no materials if it's clearly producing stuff? Out of early access, huh? Yeah, righto, guys. Ceramics Workshop is still collecting clay. So, that's good. Do we get to upgrade the Agora? Yeah, we do get to upgrade it when we get to the required polis level, which is good. Ah, here's our storage workers, I assume. These guys running around. And I assume that, yeah, warehouses have their own supply of storage workers, so that's a bonus. This is just sad. So how's the ceramic production going on, guys? Yeah, slowly in progress. It takes 21 seconds to produce a ceramic. At 109% efficiency because the workforce is happy. Alright, we're almost done with the ceramics.
Our humble colony is growing day by day, and now we aspire to become a true village. Let us strengthen our foundations and bring comfort to those who have chosen to live under our guidance.
Alright, so reach milestone village. How do you suggest we do that? Is this... Ah, here we go, up here. Colony next level needs 400 theats, or... Yeah, that is... I do not know, and the Greeks will strangle me if I... So we need 400 to progress up to village, do we? And I was talking about service buildings, which we don't have unlocked, so I don't know why I was talking about them then. Right, so meat and fish is still on the increase. Let's build some houses and see how far we can go there. Alright, we're going to need quite a few houses, I believe, if we need to get up to 400 villages. Quite a few indeed. Oh, I wanted roads. Yeah, we'll stick a road there. That'll do nicely. We're probably going to need another row of housing as well. It's 15 per house. Well, not the price, but the amount of the population. The population is 15 per house. So 10 gets 150. So we're going to need quite a few houses. And I'm going to need that to keep them all happy and fed. Don't know what the bandits are up to. They can apparently randomly attack us, is my guess. Since one of the tooltips in a loading screen told me that... Need to keep an eye on that. Why the flip is that saying no materials available? Still. Okay, cool. So if I move it, that resets the stupid warning. Supposed to be out of early access. What is flickering over there on the screen? This is so buggy. This is supposed to be a full release. How's the population going? 292, working out to about 400. Yeah, so warnings randomly flick up. Alright, that seems to be what it is. It's an alert. But it doesn't stay up long enough to tell us why it's showing up. I don't know. I'm not sure how you'd fix that. You probably want to build some kind of buffer in where if the system generates one of those to appear, it stays up long enough to notice. Our storage is full for wood. Okay, is this also full on wood? The required polis level megalopolis for wood. That's clearly wood. Why is that blanked out saying it needs... How many fucking bugs does this so-called full release need to have? Hey, look, here comes a load of wood. When that gets placed into the storage... And that gets placed into the storage... Yeah, there we go, we can see. That's definitely the wood pile. But for some fucking reason, it's showing as locked. And we can clearly... Yeah, I can see why this has mixed reviews on the Steam page. Actually, I'm starting to wonder why it's that high. How the hell is this out of early access? Good lord. buggy game. Why is it still showing me the paths on these guys? I don't care about the paths these guys are following. Oh, for God's sake. So I had to select the building that they are going to and then deselect to get their paths to go away. Again, bugs, basic playtesting. Guys, come on. Right, what else do we have going on? More quarry sites for the future, I assume, but how are we going for the milestones? So, 342 so far. How are the houses going? We'll build more houses. It's not like having more workforces going to worry us. I haven't seen any indication that this game's going to have complex crime systems like the 20-something-year-old Zeus and Empire and things. Is it Empire? I can't remember. The Chinese one. Rise of the Middle Kingdom? Yeah, I think that's it. But those games have a crime mechanic. If your unemployed workforce gets too high, it starts increasing your crime rate, which it decreases the happiness. You know, complex stuff. What's going in? Does this tell us what's going into happiness anyway? Can we see happiness anyway? Oh, we do have a decorations section. Do we have... Okay, we just have a list of milestones. Oh, we've almost hit 400. Let's see what's got to offer us at 400.
Our community is beginning to desire more sophisticated goods. Expand wheat cultivation, build a mill and bakery, and meet the growing needs of the residents to enhance their satisfaction and health. Let these beautiful grain fields become another pillar of prosperity.
I did notice that the resource bar expanded when those unlocked, which that's a feature I like, not showing us things that are irrelevant to our current stage of gameplay. So we need wheat farms, wheat fields, a mill, and... What is going on with this text line? Is there something dark I can hover this over to try and see? There is something behind the word build. Guys, for fuck's sake. Right. Bakery. Production. Food. Where is the farm? Where is farm? Agricultural products. Yes, that will do. And it's... Okay. It's showing us the area it's going to take up, so... We'll align that along here and just get it 1, 2, 3 further so it's not interfering with things. And then we'll move this. We only needed 1 apparently. Oh, but we need to build the wheat fields individually? What? Do we? Or do they automatically get built by the guys who live in the building? Now let's extend the path and we'll see. We might need to build some storage. Do we have granaries as separate things? No, just warehouses. Oh, we do have a builder's house now, so that'll give us more builder crews. That could come in handy if I can find a spot for that down here in the polis somewhere. Oh, we might save that for later, never mind. Wheat field, no storage access, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, and yeah, we do build the wheat fields ourselves, apparently. 1, 2... And we get 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Let's get that warehouse down. So, without trying not to put it in the work area of the other buildings, there's the... I did click on warehouse, yes. So that'll get built nicely. Righto. Yeah, and that'll probably make these guys more efficient at getting rid of this stuff, having a warehouse nearby. So it's probably just a good idea in general. We'll build a road. I like having roads around things like that. I don't know if it helps, especially on this game. In this game where they spawn trees in buildings. Ah, dear. Oh, we also needed a mill and a bread bakery. So, mill. I see. Yes. Let's put the mill out here. Should be nice and easy next to all this stuff. And the bakery can go next door as well. Alright. So, how's they going? So every 27 seconds they produce a wheat. We'll see how much wheat the mill uses once it's built.
Before we raise a joyful toast to our development, we must take care of the vineyard, the winery, and a comfortable place for feasting. Properly processed wine grapes will provide a wonderful drink, and Lesha will allow us to celebrate in the atmosphere of shared joy. Let our citizens feel pride and the exquisite taste of success.
Alright, cool. So it's now telling us about disease in the archives, because it reckons this is an appropriate time for that. So unlike the old Sierra series of games, where your workers need to find their way via the path to go past buildings, it looks like in this game it just works off of an area of effect. Basic needs some more resources from the first milestone. Water pumps provide clean water as they need. Why the fuck is... oh, I suppose there's no flour yet. Okay, fair enough. So that produces... So the mill produces flour every 55 seconds. And the bakery produces bread every 61 seconds. So we need more of those just to use all the wheat coming out of the wheat farm by the looks of it. So if that, yeah, that's producing every 20 seconds, that's producing every 56. I would suppose that we need another mill, and probably another bakery as well. There's the mill, there's the bakery. There we go. Right, where's services? So yes, we've got Anoria for obtaining clean water. How does this area of effect work? That's clearly in the area of effect, but they're just complaining about it. Well, I might need to knock down a building to fit it in over here, so I have no problems with that. There we go, there's Anoria to provide clean water. Now, how about a healer? Well, anyone got a spot for a healer? Apparently this area of effect works fine, so the healer can go in. What else did we need? There was a meeting place where they can have a drink to relax, return to work with full strength, provides rest to residents in the area. Okay. Doesn't quite fit there. It does fit there. You know what? I'm going to knock down another couple of buildings because I'm that kind of person. And honestly, I'm just slightly... Right, so there we go. Healers need herbs, apparently. So that we did have a way to produce herbs over in agriculture. A herbalist house, which operates like all these other things with just a shitty area of effect, huh? Alright, guys. Let's have a look. Doop. There we go. A herbalist's hut. Right. Now, do you not have wheat flour yet? And we're still waiting on this piece of crap. Slightly, with a 60-second production time. What's this place need? Yeah, that place needs wine. So we need to build a wine plantation. Alright. Agricultural products. Grapevine plantation. Alright. Okay, I can pop that down next to the farm here. So apparently we don't need all that space. That's just this area of effect. possible locations. Right. Anything else we can do in the meantime? What other buildings do we have? That's just the cottages still. Builders' houses, which need wood. A builder's house could come in handy with all the programs that we're going to need. Yes, we'll place the builders. Oh, no, it won't place without the wood, so are we going to need more wood supplies? No, no, they're slowly coming together. Actually, I might throw out another woodcutter's house. Just because I can, you know? Yeah, well, there it goes. And that can use the warehouse. Where are we up in the top? Is wood missing? Yeah, wood's hiding up there. That's not helpful. Right, our builder's house is ready. Can't prioritize it, but whatever. Ooh. The bakeries apparently now have flour. Some at least. Yay! Bread! Bread is on the way. Let's get some grapevine fields. We can again have 6 of those. And why not? We'll build them all in here just for the hell of it. There we go, that's done. And a winery is the next thing we need. Yes, here we go, that needs 8 wood. So we'll be waiting a moment for these guys to figure that out. The warehouse is working its butt off, by the looks of it. Having to sort out all this storage requirements. We do at least have another woodcutter over there. I assume that these can upgrade to get more haulers. Oh, that's the word I was looking for earlier, haulers. Yeah, there's the herbs, and this guy. Ah, that's the guy that needs wine. These are the herbs. Producing health. Yes, magically producing healthcare every 64 seconds. How are the houses going? They're losing happiness because reasons. But you have healthcare, mate. You clearly have healthcare. It's right there. And they also need rest, which again is on its way. Dear, right. So, oh, that's already produced some grapes. Where did I build the vineyard? No, I was waiting on, not the vineyard, the winery. I was waiting on the wood supply that we needed to sort out. So now that that is built, that can go in there. And then hopefully we'll get some wine to satisfy the whiny buggers of this polis. Oh, something happened up there. I don't know what that something was. Income is 43. We have our taxes bringing in 43 net income. Because we have to pay...
Our settlement is developing at a very satisfactory pace, but some lands are still in the hands of bandits, preventing us from further expansion. Prepare to drive them out of the occupied territories. Build barracks and a shooting range to gain access to recruiting your own military force. Only in this way will we regain land and freedom to develop.
Alright, military buildings. We're gonna need stone and wood for that. How is our stone going? It's coming along at least. We might put out another one of those though. Yes, quarry. Yes, and you can go over here. We'll get you a road, and then hopefully you can quarry for us. There is the builder hut, which should probably need a road. There you go, guys. Oh, apparently I can't even click on that. It did. Oh, it added a whole 1 builder crew. I don't know why I was expecting it to add 3, but I was expecting to add 3 lots of builders. Winery is in progress, slowly making wine. It also uses those ceramics. Aha! That makes sense. Uses 2 ceramics though. How's our ceramics workshop going? That produces a ceramic every 21 seconds, while this uses a ceramic every 59 seconds. So that should, in theory, keep going up. We have wine now, so hopefully that gets delivered, and then we can move that along. Barracks. Archery range. The archery range is ready, that's good. The archery range can come along here, I guess. Or over here. Yeah, over here. We'll run a road over. We'll continue that road. Because why the hell not? In a road kind of mood. There we go. And archery range right there. Barracks slowly coming along. I'll get to it when we have that stone. I thought this was supposed to be the amount of haulers, but it looks like we've got more haulers. Then again, maybe each building individually has its own hauler. I am confused. Yeah, but we need to wait for the stone to build the barracks. There we go. The archery range is done. But what are we looking for? With the buildings. Aim management. Press the button with the plus icon on the preview panel, but where? Bottom of the screen next to the construction panel, there is a button for the army panel. Is there? Oh, military mode. That's what they're talking about. But how do I get our military mode now? Oh, close. Well. That's crap, really. That is horrific. I'm not a fan of that. Oh god, look at the big line of loading right there. Oh, Lord above. How are we going on stone? 13. And what do we need? We needed 20 for the barracks. It's a shame. But how are we going over here? Ah, there is a load of stone on the way. And another load of stone. That's stuck! Oh, no, it's not stuck. It's just sitting there shittily while he walked in place until it loaded. And now he walks away, and the only change in his animation is that the fucking box is gone. Oh, Lord. This is a mess. No, Dave's up to shenanigans. What was it saying? Oh, yes. Yeah. Just come out of early access. And I've had how many fucking bugs so far? But do I need to go back and have a bug counter? Or something? But that's more than half a dozen bugs so far. And then there's the additional complaints I have regarding the line of load. I wouldn't consider that a bug, that's just a crap. That's just an issue. I don't like these area effects. How they work. Seems incredibly lazy. These things fucking spawning trees in other buildings is fucking ridiculous. It is not looking good for our builders of Greece, and I was really excited to play this one. Despite having other games on the roster, I wanted to try out the City Builder. Don't I feel stupid? I was hoping to get into a really nice city builder. Yeah, we will continue on. We will persevere, and we will see how far we can get. We should at least try getting to the stabbing people in the face stage of the gameplay. That's going to be important. And I want to see how the combat goes. That's going to be interesting.
Finally,
here we
you
go.
can focus on forming true ranks of soldiers. Create an army and recruit a sufficient number of units to be able to face anyone who tries to hinder the flourishing of our polis. A powerful army is our guarantee of security.
Oh, that's
and
how the
effective
fucking battling
expansion to
works. Are
further
you
areas
fucking
of the
kidding
island.
me? After issuing the attack order, your army will begin marching towards the enemy. Once it reaches them, you'll be transported to the battle site and preparation for battle will commence. On the left side of the panel is your army. On the right, the enemy's army. They had actually battling armies in Pharaoh, which is over 20 fucking years old. I'm gonna look up the exact age of that. They had actual fucking armies in Pharaoh. They had actual armies in the entire Sierra builder in the Sierra series. Granted, you couldn't control those armies when they went off to attack other regions, but when enemies were attacking your region, you could at least control the fucking troops in 20-plus-year-old games. What idiot! So, like, just admit that you can't make fucking games, rather than doing this stupidity. Fuck me, okay, let's build an army and have a look at this stupidity in action. So, what can I build here? I can build some infantry or some skirmishers or some cavalry. Well, let's start with some skirmishers. Okay, and these are restricted by, yeah, the rank. We slinger, toxotes, and peltists. Oh, we'll get a slinger. And, oh, this is our skirmisher army, is it? So we can have two separate armies, right. Let's get some infantry. We can get silos. Basic melee combat unit. Righto. Well, let's recruit a whole bunch of those. 4 of those. Just actually, we can have 9, so we'll go 5 of them, and then the rest can be skirmishers. Yep.
The time for a decisive offensive has come. Strike the bandits' camp and reclaim the occupied lands to expand the borders of our civilization. Let this be a display of determination and power that will echo across the entire island and show other bandit groups that their days are numbered.
Yeah, right. And then apparently we also get faith. So, yeah, we need to manage faith, do we? Oh, we've got a deity panel somewhere. Right, let's see if we can find this fucking deity panel. Ah, up here on the top, is it? Economy, yep. Citizenry. What are they complaining about? Oh, fish is going down. We need more fish, do we? Alright, let's quickly wang in some more fish. Another fisherman's hut. There you go. Give that citizen a fish. Citizens love fish. There's trade. Gods is up there. Right. Are there any religious buildings, or is the game being shit again? No religious buildings yet, because the game can't figure out what fucking order to give the hints in. Yeah, faith buildings. Yeah, where are these fucking faith buildings, game? Have they not unlocked yet? Right, how is the army going? It's slowly building up people. Do we need a larger workforce? Is that what we're gonna need? Oh, they did. That is our army and how it looks, is it? So there's one. Okay, so there's one unit each. Each card is represented as a single unit. So is it? Fair enough. And that's slowly coming together. I assume the workforce was used up as we ordered them, and now they're slowly training up. I suppose I'll build some more houses while I wait for that. Just because, well, why not? And this is telling us that all these other places are out of range. Well, it's tough shit. We'll build the road, and then that'll see how it goes. So 1, 2, 3, and build. Okay, no. It's not getting access to those, so we'll need to build some more of them. Now, what were they again? That was the resting place and the water supplier, and then there's a healer's house down here. Dear. That should be within range. Is it only counting the road? That's really fucking stupid if it's counting the road space. Because I think it is counting the road space then. How's the army coming along? Almost there. Just need to train these last couple of guys. And oh, they're just automatically teleporting in to join the crew, are they? Let's watch. So we're getting another speary dude, and will he just teleport in? Yep, he did, and then the other guy teleported out of the way. Oh, well done. Oh yes, I was looking at these things. So this doesn't have access to rest or water access because the area of effect needs to include the fucking... You see that tile out the front? That seems to be what it needs to include. Oh. Out fucking standing job, guys. Out fucking standing. Right, I'll build some more roads. And then we'll get in some service buildings. Everyone can have a service building, because bitches love service buildings. Healer's house, I don't have enough money. Apparently spent too much money, presumably on the army. Is the army done yet? It is nowish? Yep, it will be soon. Right, let's go destroy a bandit camp. I assume this is the bandit camp. I assume that's attack order. Maybe. As they slowly make their way there. Yep. Cool, so we get a Total War style screen here. Yep, a fight, flee, auto-resolve. Yep, completely Total War. Let's fight. Oh, we get to lay out the order, do we? Oh, wow. King hell. This is embarrassing. This is utterly fucking embarrassing. Yep, there we go. Start. Round 1. Move or attack enemy. Right, if I click... Oh, wow. Oh, I can move... I can move forward, guys. I can move forward. Fucking Christ. No, those guys can't move. Oh. And now the other team gets around. And because they were the ones who did the attack, they did more damage. I assume. Righto. Alright, let's attack that guy. See, oh, it does. Everyone can attack everyone. Let's attack that guy. We'll get those guys to attack. These guys can move. Alright. This is fucking embarrassing. They released this. This is a complete game. This is fucking astounding. And things are not going well. There we go. We are in range at least of these guys. Alright, has everyone had a turn? Yes. Let's do that then. Fuck me. What utter dog shite. What utter fucking dog shite. Yes, kill that guy. Hopefully kill that guy. Attack that guy. Fucking hell. And now we get attacked. Yeah. Oh, no, we don't, because they had to move first. Alright. Oh, we can't attack them because we're too close. Oh, fucking hell. Right, let's move away. Yep, oh, this also needs to move away. Alright, accept all those moves. So that's one down. Alright, can this guy attack him? Yes, but this guy can't. He needs to move away. This guy can do the attack. This guy can't. Right, accept that. Alright, one more attack. You need to move. You need to move away. You need to move away. Who thought this was a good idea? Yes, you attack. You guys move. You get out of the way. And hopefully that's enough to kill him. Right, he's dead.
The bandits' camp to dust and seized the goods they had stolen. We can now focus on expansion and further development, build new houses, and welcome more residents to grow our settlement and elevate it to the status of a city.
Or we could not do that. I'm going to go with not doing that. In fact, let's go to the store page and see how much this piece of crap costs. Oh, by the way, that's going to be the weather. You can probably guess my recommendation based on that. No! N. Triple O, no. So this piece of crap is retailing for $28.95 Australian with a 50% launch discount, bringing it to $14.47 Australian. US dollars and pounds, British pounds should be appearing on your screen. So, $28.95 is the standard price. Right, I'm going to go to Good Old Games and we are going to play the comparison game. So, you could buy this steaming pile of crap for $30 Australian. Or, you can go over to Good Old Games and get Pharaoh plus the Cleopatra expansion, Zeus plus the Poseidon expansion, and Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom for $38.23. Each and every one of those games is better than this. And they're all old as shit. Pharaoh released in like 1999. 26 years ago. And it is a superior game to this. Granted, there are some control issues, and there's a mod to let you actually control the camera with the keyboard. But, nonetheless, it is a superior game. Or you can get them, and that's only $15 Australian. Or you could get Zeus plus Poseidon, a Greek-based one, like this is supposed to be. $15. And Good Old Games is keeping it running on modern systems. And it is just straight up a superior game. Yeah, don't waste your time on this piece of crap. Go over to Good Old Games and get yourself some actual decent classic city builders. This game is crap. It is a buggy, broken piece of shit that should not be released from early access, and I don't know what the fuck the developer was thinking. And they're gonna regret giving me a fucking free key, that's for sure. But this game is garbage. Like, this is clear a reason that it's got mixed reviews on Steam. Let's have a look at some of these reviews. Now, a bunch of early access reviews. Has anyone actually posted reviews outside of early access? Doesn't look like it. So all these reviews are... can I switch the window over to Steam? Can I show Steam? Yes, here we go. Steam. Excellent. That worked out all right. Thank you very much, OBS. So look at all this. So these are some of the reviews. Past 180 days here. This is a recommended. Conditional thumbs up from January. Fun city builder with good bones is rough. Definitely a pre-release game. Nothing's changed. Not recommended. Game has or had really great potential if only. Played a demo and decided by a full version was not disappointed at all. Gameplay's... What is your issue? Game could have been a great time for a player if only the developer would care about updating. It's now been half a year with no sign of interest from the developer. Don't recommend. That was February. So apparently in February there've been no updates for, what, 6 months? Half a year? Here's a early access review from November. Currently unplayable. Wouldn't recommend it. Too many bugs that make progressing impossible. 5th of April. Just a month ago. Game looks promising but is riddled with bugs. For example, if you saved a game and open a save next day, it ends with lose condition suddenly because you have a huge debt. Well done. Good. Stables are apparently producing wood instead of horses for some reason. Another one, March, crashing and not loading properly. Yeah, right, so let's have a look at the date range. Can we see reviews just from the last couple of months? Is there a way to select just these reviews? This is a recommended 29th of April. I like the game and what it offers, but there are some things missing that make it less fun. One of the biggest problems I have is when trying to build a bathhouse, the game always crashes. Can't save the game by no means. That's a positive review. That's the one we saw earlier. A lot of crashing and not load properly. Reinstall a few times and still nothing from 17th of March. Please be aware I could only play one session of this game and could not load my save game file. It kept crashing. Also stars and sputters even during the one session. Wanted to like this game, it's right up my alley. Oh, and because they brought on sale more than 2 weeks ago, they can't get it. Great game for relaxing. Yeah, that's not a helpful one. And needs a lot of work. It's also not terribly helpful, but yeah, that's 21st of March. So this game's still getting negative reviews for not working as recently as March and April. Where was the April one? This one here, the 8th of April, by OK Girl. And apparently, with very little changing that, we've come to a full release. This game's not worth purchasing. It is, like I said, it is on a release sale of 50% off, bring it down to $15 a trade. It's not worth that much. This feels like this is barely more than a tech demo. The developers seem to have just given up and released what they had. This is rubbish. Do not waste your time. Go find a different game. I mean, there's even the frigging remake of Pharaoh. Pharaoh New Era running around on Steam. It's still trash. Last time I looked at that, they hadn't actually put the military in it again. Because again, in the original Pharaoh, you could control troops. And they couldn't do that in the remaster. But apparently the remaster's way better than this. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. Go to Good Old Games, get a real game made by people who actually gave a damn. And it was the era before early access, so they were actually required to finish the fucking thing. Yeah. I'm just saying, you know, I've got nothing for... I could just sit here for, like, the next 20 minutes ripping shreds off this game, but I'm not going to waste your time any further. This game sucks. Hopefully we'll have a better one next week. Don't buy this crap, and like and subscribe to me. Come back next week. Because even with the free keys, I'll still tell you what I think. Fuck this game. I'm out.